For those who don't know me, which is very unlikely, and by the end of tonight you will, I'm the very proud big sister of the virus bride. Now, when people think of sisters, many things come to mind. The love felt between not only sisters, but best friends. The long talks late into the nights, sharing the joys of each other's accomplishments, and even the happiness that you feel when the other one's happy. But, let's not forget the horrible fights and the never-ending competitions of who can impress our parents more. I never wanted that, ever. While I was chasing boys, playing sports in our neighborhood, or getting into any kind of trouble, I remember Sylvia, along with Agnes if she was over, was always playing mom with her little doll set, or helping my mom cook, or playing dress-up wedding party, and always talking about what her future wedding would be like. Just because Sylvia was always so soft-spoken, shy, and also cute, with a little button nose, I always found myself very protective over my sister. And if you knew me through high school, which some of you did, if anyone, a friend, even family, or a boy, brought tears to my sister's eyes, I got angry. Very angry, okay? And yes, at times I did react. But only for people to know that if you were messing with my sister, I was right there. Crying in the bathroom in the high school cafeteria, I don't care. Okay. But, of course, there were times that I made her cry. But those moments didn't last very long. Moments later, we were hugging, making up. And ultimately, those moments made her stronger and gave her thicker skin. You're welcome. One of the hardest moments through our lives is when my sister went away to college. Again, making my parents oh so very proud. But it was extremely hard adapting to not seeing her every day. But it was a great move for her. Shortly after her sophomore year, she started talking about some guy named Henry. And for those who know me and my sister, I was the boy crazy one. And for those who know my sister, she was the one that was more into school and doing the right thing and just being the good girl. So, as much as I was happy for her, once again, the older protective sister I was, I had 1,000,001 questions and simply prepared myself to be ready to drive out to U of I once something happened. College love plus boyfriend never seems to last. But the best was when I asked her, how did you meet this Henry? And yes. Sylvia, I know I promised I wouldn't embarrass you, but I know it's a little too late. Let's go over this. So, Henry and Sylvia met at a social gathering at U of I. Sylvia was in a sorority and Henry was in a fraternity. Almost sounds like a little movie, but that specific night they shared some laughs along with some dancing, and following that night that had bumped into each other enough to exchange phone numbers. Well, Sylvia first made the first phone call when she needed a date for her sorority event. And when she called that night, luckily enough, she got his voicemail. And we all know it's easier leaving a voicemail than actually talking to somebody. So the voicemail beeped, and Sylvia cleared her throat with a sigh of relief and said, "Hey Henry, this is Sylvia." Oh, that wasn't good. Let's try again. Re-record. "Hello Henry, this is Sylvia. I was just wondering because I don't like that either." So after multiple tries, Sylvia finally hit send for the machine to tell her, "All of your continued messages have been sent to the given phone number." Meaning, everything she recorded, one after the other, 5 different messages in a row sent to Henry's phone. Now, at this point, what can you say or even explain to save yourself? Nothing, okay? At all. And to this day, I really wonder sometimes, why you called back? But the phone call led us to this joyous occasion today, okay? Check, okay? Y'all, I got a name now. If you think I'm done with my speech, I'm really not. So, obviously, after visiting Sylvia and meeting Henry and hanging out with Henry, I instantly had this unbelievable connection with Henry. His and my personality clicked right away. He's fun, laid back, loving, great sense of humor. But anyway, they both survived the college life, which was a huge test to the strength of their relationship and the strength of their love. Finally, college was soon to be done, and the two lovebirds had reached out to me about moving into the apartment renting. Of course, being the big sister, I was more than excited to have them come. So me, my roommate Erica, and Courtney, we bought furniture. We furnished the smallest room in the entire apartment that literally probably looks like half of your closet space for Sylvia and Henry to come live in. So, I saw that Henry survived the college life, but I couldn't wait to see what would happen living in basically a closet of a room and sharing an apartment with two other women. Yeah, good luck, Henry. But it worked. And not only did it work, Henry had to tolerate a lot in that apartment. 3 women, 1 guy, he did it. And he just naturally fit right in. Everybody loved Henry. So from college to the tiny bedroom in my apartment, to your own condo, to your own townhouse, and now to a beautiful home, we are now sitting here and still watching the blocks of your relationship being built right in front of us. 1 minute. It's almost over. We're almost over. From my baby sister, once protected and influenced and comforted and led through life, the roles somehow now reversed. I look up to you, Sylvia. You are such an inspiration. You have such an amazing heart, and you know what you want out of life. And I can confidently say now, and it takes a lot, that one day I wish to be as successful and as happy as you are today. And as for Henry, my new brother-in-law, my new spaghetti, I feel so blessed, and I feel so fortunate that I no longer have to be concerned for my sister's happiness, because you are more than I could ever wish for as her husband, her soulmate, her best friend for years, for decades. You both are about to share with each other. Henry, I remember when we first met, when we first started hanging out, you would always mention that you felt so close to me because I reminded you so much of your mother. And I would always think to myself, man, his mother must be an amazing woman. And then I realized how much of an understatement that was when I finally met her. Your mom was the most free-spirited, loving, caring. Let's just say there's not enough words to describe what your mother was. And although I cannot speak on her behalf, Henry, I know, and I am confident that she is looking down on you today as she does every other day. And she could not be more proud of the strong, loving, kind-hearted man that you have become from the little Hank that she raised. And although we cannot see her, do not doubt for a second that she's not here with us. And I know that just as fortunate as I feel that Sylvia has found her true better half, your mother could not be more happy and proud of the woman that you chose to spend the rest of your life with. So on behalf of Henry's mom, Georgette Watson, and myself, we are ecstatic for both of you, as well as everyone that came here to support your occasion tonight. You truly complement one another. You met as friends, and it evolved into a love that so many people rarely find nowadays. You two make a perfect couple. You truly deserve each other, and I know you will both have a long and happy life together. So please, everybody, raise your glass, and let's cheers to my baby sister Sylvia, my new again Henry, to your loves together as Mr. and Mrs. Jones, and to true love. Cheers.